my YouTube channel. My name is Yusuf. In this video, I'm going to be quickly sharing some PhD studentships that are currently open for application at the University of Birmingham in the UK. And before that, you might want to check out this YouTube channel for videos that I shared recently on different scholarships. This is scholarship in UK, this is Mandela Rhodes Scholarship in South Africa, University of Luxembourg, Australia, and most of this scholarship I provided essay sample for them, so do check them out. Quickly, University of Birmingham currently have some PhD studentship, and the advantage of this studentship is that you don't need a bachelor, and you don't need a master's degree rather to apply for this PhD. You only need a bachelor degree to be able to apply for this studentship. So if PhD is part of your career goal and you have a bachelor degree, especially in social sciences, this is definitely what you can apply for. And of course, you can win it if you in this video, I'm going to be sharing almost everything you need to win a scholarship. We're going to be completing the form to apply for this scholarship together, and you see how the essays have been written, the one that I wrote myself, of course. So just quickly explain what the scholarship is all about and what it promises to the beneficiaries. So each 4 year studentship, this studentship is for 4 years. It means you're going to be studying for 4 years. What this means is that for these 4 years, most likely the first year of your PhD is going to be for Masters of Research. If you have a bachelor degree, if you're coming into this PhD with a bachelor degree, there is higher probability that your first year in this PhD is going to be for Masters of Research, then 3 years is going to be for PhD. But if you're coming with a master's degree, probably you might do 3 years PhD, or you can even complete the PhD in 4 years. You only need to talk about these things with your supervisors. They'll be the one to decide on what you should go for. So yeah, that's what I think, which might not be true, but that's what I think because I won a similar scholarship in the UK, so I think that's basically how it works. So this is what you'll be getting per month, £19,237, paid in installments. So this is what you'll be getting per year. So divide this by 12. That's what you'll be getting. So you have to be very careful when you're applying for this scholarship, especially reading the project information to know what the scholarship is all about and what it intends to fund. You can see here we invite application from who met our eligibility criteria of have obtained or who are expected to obtain at least 2-1 classification. See individual studentship project for more detailed information. Centre-ub is committed to enhancing diversity of postgraduate research. To do this, we're working together with Talent Foundry, so an organization that enhances social mobility in young people on the South community. So this is like this said a lot of things about it says a lot of things about this scholarship. Look at the people this project are partnering with. This is founding talent. If you read more about these people, but brief information about it, say these people are into social mobility of young people. It means young people move. It might be educational mobility, it might be social mobility, it might be all kinds of mobility, moving, just transitioning. So underserved people. So obviously, if you are the type that have a very good experience in terms of volunteering in underserved communities, you've worked with marginalized people, this is definitely what you should go for. So it's an interdisciplinary research, and regardless of what you study, but if you study social sciences, education, sociology, psychology, of course you are more closer to this study compared to someone who studies science. But although if you have any science or engineering background, you can prove that this is what you can do this research. Of course you can try applying for it, but I'm just saying that people that have this background are more closer to this research compared to science and engineering student. So eligibility, what do you need to apply for this scholarship? To be eligible for a PhD studentship, you are required to have obtained or expected to obtain at least 2-1, just like what we said the other time, or equivalent for non-UK in the area related to specific PhD project. So we'll be checking out some of this project. Both home and international applicants are invited to apply. So if you are an international student, you can apply for this funding. If you are a home student as well, you can apply for this funding. So yeah, project. These are different projects that are currently open for sponsorship or for scholarship. All studentship are co-designed and co-supervised by researchers at the University of Birmingham together with partner organizations from a range of sectors. So yeah, we're currently inviting applications for the following project. These are different projects. Like I said earlier, if you have education background, if you have any kind of background, just come to this page, look at this project, look at the one that you see like, okay, I think I quite read my career or my interest kind of resonates with any of this project. Just give it a shot. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using this particular project as an example because I personally, I resonate with this project, starting school study, smartphones and adolescent risk in resilient factors for well-being when transitioning school. Wrote an essay to answer this, and I'll be sharing it soon. So the application process is quite easy. Deadline for this PhD application is Thursday, 16th of May, 2024. And to apply for the studentship, you need to complete the Centre-ub application form, which you can download here. You can download the form by clicking here. I'll be showing you a copy of the form soon. I've filled a sample and I've answered all the questions which I'll be showing you. So this form, together with your CV and your academic transcript and 2 references, should be submitted to this email. That's how to apply. Very easy. Complete the form with your CV, a copy of a CV. If you're struggling to write a CV, or you don't know how academic CV looks like, just under this video, I'm going to be sharing a link to a drive, and in the drive you can see a sample of an academic CV that you can adapt to suit your own profile. So your academic transcript, you get that from your uni, and 2 references. Yeah, this is very important. The references is very important. You have to write a very strong and targeted references to this project. A reference that can show your suitability and your competency, especially for the project you're applying for. So not just anyhow references now. If you have 1 references that you've been recycling before, stop. Don't use it for this project. Sit down, read about this project, and see how you can write a your referees can write a recommendation that is tailored to this research. Like those references must highlight your suitability, your competencies that are in tandem with this research. So that's what I meant. So yeah. So steps in applying, once again, download the form, complete the EDI. You need to complete this EDI survey. It's very simple. This is the EDI survey. It's just asking you questions. Are you an international? Are you home student? Your gender, your whatever. It just asks you basic questions. So after you complete this form, they will give you a code, and you're going to be using the code when you're completing your application. So your CV, academic transcript, referees, at least 1 academic. So yeah. So funding, it's a 4-year studentship. So paid in monthly and whatever. So training opportunities, you have a lot of training opportunities if you are selected for this funding. So why not? Why not apply for it? Just go for it. Let's just quickly explore this project, starting school study. So if you click on this is the project. So these are the people supervising the project, Dr. Victoria Goodyear and Professor Miranda Palan. These are the lead supervisors. So what you might have to do is just send an email to these people, a cold email, which you can find a sample, and the link under this video. There is a drive that I said earlier, which I'm going to be putting a sample of a CV there. And this same drive, you can see a sample of a cold email you can send to these people. You can send to Dr. Victoria Goodyear and CC Professor Miranda saying, okay, you're applying for this funding, you're really interested in this research, and you're submitting your application. You're only reaching out to them if there's any information that you need to help your application. So this is just you trying to sell yourself, and so that you can watch out for your application. Trying to play politics, a good politics. So yeah, so you can do that. It might increase your chances. You can't tell. So no harm in doing that. Yeah, so you have to read about this project very well for you to understand what this project is all about, so that when you're completing the form, which you've downloaded, which I'm going to be showing you soon, you will be able to tailor your response to what this project is all about. One thing you have to note here, this project explore the relationship between smartphone use and mental well-being in adolescents as a transition from primary to secondary. This is what this project is all about. And read everything. If you come down here, I'm really interested in this um, in this paragraph. This is a multi-mixed method iterative study design that will involve, is a multi-mixed method, and it means that it is both qualitative and quantitative. So it involves workshop to evaluate and co-produce data methods, adolescent participant, quantitative measurement of phone use and well-being, and qualitative focus group with adolescents to understand their experience of phone use across. So you can see what this project is all about. So when you're writing your response, completing the form, which I'll be showing you soon again, you have to tailor your response to these things. You can't just write, even your personal statement, everything has to revolve around this project. So don't just recycle personal statement. Don't recycle things. Be very specific about this project. If you look up here, they said to apply for this project, please use good year and forward thinking Birmingham as project descriptor in subject heading of your email. So when you're sending the email, when you're applying, remember here, so when you're applying, um, I'll show you once again. Application process. They said you need to send this form together with your CV and your academic transcript to this email. So when you are sending your application to this email, you need to use this as the subject of the email. Now let's move to the application form. Yeah, this is the application form, and on this form you can see this is just basically asking me about my details, Mrs. Yusuf Daniela Lania, email. This is all of this is our details. Sample these, whatever. International, I click international. So this EDI name provided after completing EDI, the EDI form that I told you you're going to be completing. After completing the form, you'll be given a number, so you have to put the survey ID here. So yeah, project title, the project you're applying for, project supervisor, put the name here. Have you been in touch with them? You can see, yeah, my politics works. So have you been in touch with them? So just click yes if you've been in touch. No if you haven't, but please try to get in touch with them so that you can just delete no and leave yes. So yeah, name of awarding university or institution of country if not UK. So these are like universities that you've attended before. So I just said University of Yusuf, Nigeria. I did full time and I started this and I completed this year. I got Bachelor of Psychology. I did my undergrad there, BA, the classification first class. I did University of Daminola, Nigeria, Masters of Education, Masters MA. I got distinction as well. These are just fictitious. Well, this is how to complete this form. If you have any other qualification, include it in the next column. Yeah, so the first question or the first essay you'll be writing is that please give details of experience in research methods and technical skills relevant to this project. The word relevant to this project is very important. Relevant to this project. Now, if you look at my response here, of course, you can find time to read it yourself. But if you look at it briefly, you would see as an aspiring researcher with a strong foundation in social science, particularly sociology, psychology, academic journey and practical experiences has equipped me with a diverse set of skills directly applicable to starting school study. I said, like, starting school study, I was very concerned about their project. So I sparked that curiosity with that statement. And I said my backgrounds include a blend of qual and quant, which is what they want. Qual and quant research methodologies, technical proficiency in data analytics, and deep commitment to understanding and improving adolescent mental well-being, especially in context of technology use. So I'm connecting my experience to what they want on the project. My engagement in qual. So if you read all of these things yourself, my technical skills, software, SPSS, are all of these things are very, very connected to the research. So you have to be very, very strategic when you're writing this. You can't just write anyhow response to this thing. So please read this very well and understand this kind of response, that kind of response you can adapt to write your own. Yeah. So let's just move to the next question. The next question is professional experience that is relevant to this position. State any employment or volunteering experience that you have which is relevant to this application. Please include the name of employer organization, your status and responsibilities, and duration you've worked with the organization, maximum of 300 words. And I said my professional journey, whatever. This is one. I said I've worked with youth mental health. It's volunteer, mind charity. So volunteering experience, any kind of experience actually work here. Status and duration, I was a volunteer, and this was the period I did the job, and this was my responsibility. And research assistant at University of Yusuf, Department of Psychology, this was status and this was the responsibility. Same thing as this, and that was it. That was what I did. And don't forget, I was very intentional about this experience. If you look at what I was my responsibility here, I was saying I was facilitating support and weekly support group for adolescent. This project is all about adolescent. It's all about mental health. It's about workshops. Remember they said I'll be delivering some workshops in the process of gathering data for this research. I put workshop here. They were all intentional. The research assistant, if you look at the things that I was talking about here, data collection, survey, interview, data analysis, it's still about the project. I was very intentional about this experience. So digital literacy coordinator, local community center. So this is still very, very intentional. So all of these things, this is talking about digital, which is the smartphone aspect of the research. Experience and or awards. Please provide details of any relevant achievement or experience, such as academic prizes, award, publications, or relevant voluntary or extracurricular activities in 150 word. If you have, absolutely put them here. If you don't have, ignore. So I just said throughout my academic journey, I've been honored with Yusuf University Psychology Department. So this is just me talking about the award I've won. Of course, all of these things are fictitious. They are not real. This is not my I didn't study psychology. So but this is how you can come up with something for your own profile. If you have any publication that you had to your name, put them there. Any awards on the job, at school, among your organization, anywhere, put all of these things, put them there. Be very specific though, because um, it's just 150 words. So the last thing you'll be answering is personal statement. And I did this, I'm very intentional about this personal statement because if you could see that the questions were very specific. Please provide a personal statement to support your application, commenting on your motivation, one, and readiness for PhD research, two, and how your education and experience to date has prepared you for this research project, three. So this is very, very important. Don't recycle personal statement. Don't recycle that one that you have been using for all of the application to apply for this one. And when I was writing this one, I decided to break this to explain how each paragraph should work. After you've written your own, you can actually delete these headings. I just had to put this there to explain how I answered each of the questions. So you can read this yourself. But if you read all of these things, my motivation is all about this, and this is my academic preparation, how prepared I am for the program, and professional and voluntary experience. This is it. And after that, how all of this is how are they relevant to starting school study? This research that I'm applying for, this is it. And readiness for the PhD. This is the readiness for the PhD, and this is my conclusion. So that's a personal statement. It's maximum of 1,000 words. So you can delete all this heading when you're done, but this heading will help you like structure your thought to answer this question, to answer what they want. So yeah. And the last thing they said, individual option or individual circumstances. You can read this if it's not applicable to you, just click. I just put NA, not applicable to me. So additional document, this form like we just completed now. The CV, your CV, your academic transcript, and referee at least one academic. Might be one. It means one lecturer or your mentor, your employer, your anybody could be the other one, but it must be at least one academic must write. Don't forget, don't recycle recommendation. The recommendation has to show your suitability and your competency to do the research you're applying for. Yeah, I think that's all about this project. If you still have any other concern or any other thing you want me to clarify, put them under this, comment them under this video, and I'll try my best to answer your question. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and see you again soon. Bye.